Good morning, children. Um, I have completed the portion of yours of prose, poetry and drama. From prose and poetry, there are two that has been deleted. That has been omitted. One is this nine gold. No, yeah, this one is the blue bead. From the prose part is the blue bead, and from the poetry part is I know why the cage birds sing. These two have been omitted, but rest other 9 are there. 9 here, 18 and plus drama. Today, okay, let us go for the revision for your half-yearly examination. I hope you are comfortable with all the portion that has been taught to you. In your video class, I will be having your live classes. I might ask some questions to you, or we can have a discussion regarding any one poem or prose. It can be or drama also. You can put up some questions to us, okay? Or I can put up some questions to you too. So be prepared with all. And today let us have a discussion about the 9 gold medals. Now, who has written the 9 gold medals? David Roth. The 9 gold medals, it has got 2 themes. One theme is empathy, and the other theme is sportsmanship, true sportsmanship. Now, what do you mean by saying the word empathy? Empathy means to have the feeling, what one is feeling when you go from your perspective or from your point of view, what feeling you're having regarding something, that is called as empathy. Now, I suppose I tell you something. Now, I scolded you. I told you something wrong. You must have felt bad. I'll say, come on, that is all fine, nothing to feel bad and all. But how did you feel? That I should know from your point of view how you felt. I should be in your shoes and understand how you felt. That is really called as empathy. Here also, this is done with one of the contestants, one of the weak contestant, they all start from the starting point and they start running, but on the way he falls down. He falls down and he is unable to run. That is why all the other 8 participants or the contestants, they come back to him. One by one, they come back to him. One of them says that, had I been in his place, what I would have felt, how I would have felt it. So that is why we should not run back to the finishing point. Then all the 8 contestants, they came back. What did they do? They picked up the boy. They picked up the boy, they held hands each other, they made a row, nobody left the hand, but like a chain they went, and they did not run to the finishing point. They walked down to the finishing point, and then over there they were declared, all the 9 contestants were declared winners, and all of them got 9 gold medals. Each one of them got a gold medal. So that is why the poem is 9 gold medals. So let me make you understand what do you mean by saying empathy. Empathy, this is one of the, it is one of the one of the themes. So empathy is what? Empathy is the ability to understand another person's feelings from the point of his view. It means to put yourself in another person's shoes, and then you can understand it. It is this human value that is projected through an imaginary situation in David Roth's poem 9 Gold Medals. When a weak contestant, unable to run, falls on the track and cries in frustration, and the other 8 contestants, instead of continuing the race, turn back one by one and come to the help of their fallen companion. Perhaps a look at the fallen contestants forces them to ask, what would I have felt if I had fallen? They realize the anguish of the fallen man, and so they know what they have to do. They all join hands and walk to the finishing line. All are awarded gold medals. So this is called as one of the themes of this poem, the 9 gold medals, that is empathy. And the second one is true sportsmanship. In true sportsmanship, you should not have any kind of jealousy. You should not have any kind of false feelings. You should not be jealous of anyone. You should not have an enmity feeling with anyone. So what is a true sportsmanship? Today, sports events are highly competitive. as the stakes are very high, the sportspersons are trained to be ruthless in their approach. Their only aim is to win at any cost. They conveniently forget that they are also to uphold the tradition of true sportsmanship, which is being helpful and cooperative. In the poem, the 8 contestants forget the dream of winning the race. They come to the help of a companion who needs to be lifted up and encouraged. Their true sportsmanship is recognized and rewarded. So these are the 2 themes of the poem, The 9 Gold Medal. But today, you know what happened? Nowadays, my God, I have to win by hook or crook. I don't care if anybody's fallen, anybody's hurt, anything's happened to that person. I'm not bothered, but I have to go to the finishing point and I have to win the race. So nowadays, because the world has become very competitive, everything is very competitive. So if you do not do that, then you will be the loser. But earlier, what happened here in this poem, what happened? The true sportsmanship has been shown here. So let us go with the first paragraph first, with the first stanza of the poem. What does it say? The poem refers to Special Olympics meant for differently able persons. The athletes from different countries come to participate in various sports events. They are fired with the longing to win a medal of gold or silver, or it can be bronze also. They knew the competition had to be very tough, so they put up in a lot of the time in preparation and training. They went through a rigorous training that were months and months and months together. They did a rigorous training, a very hardship they went through. And why? Just because they wanted to win either a gold or a silver or a bronze at least. Then your second stanza is saying what? The spectators sitting all around the field were as enthusiastic and excited as the participants were. They cheered up the young contestant athlete in every way. The final event of the day was about to begin. It was the last race, 100-meter race it was. The loudspeakers announced the names of the participants of the 100-meter race. 9 young athletes came forward and stood at the starting point. They were determined to do their best. They were well poised, waiting for the pistol shot at a starting signal. Then what happened in the third stanza? When the signal was given and the pistol shot was heard, the participants moved fast. They ran as fast as they could. However, one contestant who was weaker could not run. His legs gave in and he fell on the track. Then what does the fifth stanza say? The fallen contestant was distressed beyond imagination. He was frustrated. He was disgusted that had he done such training, had he taken so much of training, so much of pains just for this particular day? He has come from so far just for this particular moment? He gave out a cry in frustration, and because his hard work had come to nothing. His dream had remained a dream. Precisely at that moment, something unexpected and something surprising happened. In scene 6, your stanza 6, the remaining 8 contestants stopped and looked back at the fallen companion. They were expected not to stop but continue the race, but they did not want to. They did what no competitor had ever done. What did they do? One by one, they turned back and went to the fallen contestant. They lifted him up, a mere boy he was, to his feet. This gesture of theirs was indeed praiseworthy. Then came the 7th stanza. What is there? Then all the 9 contestants joined hands together. They all walked hand in hand to the finishing line. The race turned to a walk. It was no more a run. The poet remarks, that the words on the banner, Special Olympics, turned out to be true. Special Olympics was really a special one, because never such things have ever happened, what happened in this poem. Because they all were because in other time all are very selfish. They go for their own benefit. They only see that how much they can get, whether the world goes to hell. They are not bothered about that. Then in stanza 8, what it is said about? The race ended and each participant was awarded a gold medal. All were thus rewarded for a rare act of empathy. And the banner above and the 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will. Said more than these words ever will. Here the poet emphasizes the special significance of the Special Olympics by revealing the contestants' rare act of true sportsmanship. So here they have shown the true sportsmanship, really what they are supposed to do. That means, of course, it was a competition. That does not mean that you're going to forget your companion. The person who is fallen down over there, he is helpless. He is unable to go. So that feeling which came into the heart of the other 8 contestants, that was really, it was praiseworthy. This spirit we should have. This feeling we should have. But no, we cannot have, because the world today is what? A lot of competition has come into the market, come into the world. Where the competition is what? We have to, anyhow, we got to win. We got to win. I know that maybe my friend has fallen down. But I have to win. I have to get the gold medal. I have to get the silver medal or the bronze medal. So, but this sportsmanship should never be forgotten. Even when we go for the sports and all here, when you are also having sports and all, I will tell you, children, that if you show that kind of gesture, what these 8 people have shown, I can tell you, you will be awarded. Your good deed will never go unrewarded. Definitely you will be getting it. And then, so this is really called the true sportsmanship. Now, another thing they're saying, that's empathy. If you put yourself in the shoes of that person who had fallen down, then the same feeling you would be having, what the child who fell down was having. So then you can understand, no, had it been done with me, had it happened with me, then what would have happened? You would have felt good when other friends of yours would come to you and pick you up and tell you, come on, let's go to the finishing point. Whether we are winners or no winners, we are. But that feeling I have the feeling towards you. That is called as the true sportsmanship, and that is called as the empathy. So all the 8 stanzas I have told you, I just explained to you. It's already done. This is just a revision now. And I would like to give you some questions on this, which you will answer them in your worksheet I will be giving you. And if you cannot understand the question, children, if you're unable to write the answer, and I would like to tell you, pick up this question in the live class, and we will definitely have an interaction about the question, and we will discuss the answer, and the idea will be clear to you. I don't think so if any of these pieces are very difficult to understand. Now, there are a lot of poetical devices also in the poem. There is repetition, there is alliteration, then these are very, very important here. I will be giving you 1 or 2 questions which you got to answer them on this poem. Okay? Well, now next day I will tell you, another thing I would like to do. Again, I think still many of them have got a confusion regarding the project work. It has been told you to write a project on both, B-O-T-H, both, in the drama as well as in the poem. So it's not a choice of here. It's not either. You got to do both. And you know how you're going to write it? Here I told you, first you give an introduction regarding the drama. Whatever your question is. Or you give an introduction regarding your drama. Then you give about the dramatist. Give certain works of the dramatist. Then you go for your question. Paragraph wise, go for the question. You can have subheadings also. Use only black ink pen or a blue ink pen and nothing else. Do not use any kind of whitener. Whiteners are not allowed. If you have done any mistake, remove the page and use another page. Please keep it in mind. These are some of the things which you have to be very serious about while writing a project. And then you give a conclusion to your drama, that question also. Secondly, you're going to go for the, I think critical appreciation is about the poem. You have to give an introduction to the poem, who wrote it, who is the poet, and give a clear appreciation of that, critical appreciation of that, and just give a conclusion regarding the poem, nothing else. Apart from this, do not forget to put pictures. You can use colored pictures also, as well as black and white pictures also you can use. But let the work be very neat and clean. Just don't give it for you. You have to do it, you've done it, and that's all. Be neat and clean, be perfect in your work, and use that file, that knotted file you got to use. Those pages. In the front page, you will have to write the index, the page number, and what your contents are. That page has to be over there. Then you start your project. You start with the drama. Then you start in a new page, you start with the poem. Both the things are going to be together in the same file. You are not going to have two different files. Please cover your file with white paper. On top you write the name of your school, Vidyasagar Shishu Niketan, affiliated to CIAC, and then English medium school. You do not have a roll number, so you just put your ID there. Put your ID there and write with a black ink pen. Don't use different colors. Multicolors are not allowed. You are not allowed to use any other ink other than blue and black in your writing the project. Don't use anything. You want that to be very attractive and all. Let me use a pink ink color pen or a red ink. Don't use that. Don't underline also with any green pen or a blue or a pink pen or an orange color ink pen. Don't do it, children. That will not be accepted. And then the whole project is going to be around about 1,500 words it should be. I'm not telling you to write stories after stories about it. You have to be very concise and to the point and very precise while writing your project. So this is what your project is. Many of them are still in the dilemma whether you got to do one or whether you got to do two. You have to do both. I did not give you any choice there. There's no choice. So you have to do both. So keep it in mind that, and hopefully by the 15th of August you can complete your work, and I want it to be ready because any day can be announced to come and submit your files in school. And the day you're unable to, then you're finished. Your project will not be accepted because your project's weightage is 20 marks. Your 20 marks will be added if it is well and good, if it is truly written, correctly written, properly written, and those 20 marks are not going to go for a waste. Those 20 marks will be added in your answer papers also, where in your written with the 80 marks. So be very careful, take it very seriously. Just don't take it jokingly. Take it, do the work honestly. Okay, children. I will be giving you. I'll be giving you a summary about this poem in your study material, and I'll give you a few questions to write in your worksheet. Okay. Till then, have a good day. Take care of yourself and be protective. Bye bye.